So I'm here at the Motorhome and Campervan show at Norfolk Showground. It's looking like it's going to be an epic one, but it's epic for me because I'm going to be teaching all these people. You're all going to be cooking along with me. How cool is that? Everyone's going to be using a Ridge Monkey pan. We've got 20 cook stations here. Everyone's going to be cooking along. But I tell you what I'm really excited about is they've opened up a Norwich food hall right on the site here at Norwich Showground. So there's a food hall with loads of local produce, and come on, that's my thing, local produce. So I'm going to support local this weekend. I'm going to go and buy a load of produce here, and then I'm going to demo me cooking something nice on it. Tell you what, I'm so pleased with my Grön e-bike, especially like with my illness. It makes getting around the shows so much easier. It's really lightweight. I was a little bit put off buying one really just because of the weight and space, but it's a folding bike, so it folds up pretty small, and to be fair, it doesn't weigh much at all. It's a carbon bike, so I haven't really seen one that's as light as this. That's the Grön e-bike. I'll put the link down below, but they've got an amazing adventure kind of niche about them as well for exploring, in the words, going off-road, which is what we can do now. Yeah, they're wicked, really good bikes. So here we are, Norfolk Food Hall. Looks really busy actually, but let's go in. And cranberry sausage splits, nice. This place is awesome. It is packed with everything, all the produce, all the best produce of Norfolk. It's run by the RNAA, the Royal Norfolk Agricultural Association. So all profits from this farm shop go back to them and help in supporting local farmers. Really nice. Grön Valley Vineyard. I don't think I've ever been to a vineyard in Norfolk.
I'll probably recommend this one.
Yeah, that's the stuff, is it?
Yeah, this is rosé.
Okay, and where's that from?
Flint Vineyard, which is just outside Bungay. Yeah.
Amazing.
22 miles away.
Cool, I love Bungay. Bungay's amazing. So I've had to get a basket because I'm going to load up. So many nice things.
Ribeye in the window there comes from the Raynham estate, Lord Raynham. It's purebred Aberdeen Angus. It's been hanging since the 30th of May. And that is that house up the top on the end there. The gentleman to the left is me and Tony on the right in the green jacket. That is Lord Raynham himself. Every now and then you come across something a little bit special.
I had to get some of that ribeye from the Raynham estate. It just sounded too good. I was dribbling as the butcher was telling me the story. So yes, it's ribeye on the menu today. Everybody is talking about the food in this restaurant being amazing because it's being cooked with all that yumminess in there. So we got the Norfolk Hall breakfast. That's what they say. The breakfast in here is the one. Eggs Benedicts, and then the grill. They got cheeseburgers, pork chops, mackerel. They got some nice sandwiches. be a nice place to stop off.
That will be £28, please.
Oh my God, look at those cakes. Wow. To go with that ribeye, I'm going to need some potatoes. So we're going to go from the Norfolk scrapers, get some of those, maybe crush them with some garlic. Yeah, lovely. Let's get some shallots. We really need to, just to heat it up a little bit. Coleman's mustard. Of course, the Coleman's family are from Norwich, so this is a very Norfolk product. I feel like I need something green. So there's some cabbage. Last of all, I'm gonna need something like some creme fraiche or cream. Ice cream. Yeah, there we go. We got some creme fraiche there. That'd be perfect. That is a pretty decent selection of food. Make something really nice out of this. Got a really good idea for dinner now. So I got tipped off that the sausage rolls are amazing. I've had a little cheeky nibble, then I was attacked by a wasp, so I didn't get that on camera. But look at it, it's massive. That is really good. When you're used to a sausage roll, they're usually quite long. This is quite a stubby one, but makes up for it in the consistency, because it is actually a massive mouthful. Well, have I got some amazing produce from the farm shop there. So I've got this ribeye steak, Aberdeen Angus, matured, aged. It's gonna be absolutely beautiful. And then I got these Norfolk scrubs, which I've scrubbed. And we've also got the classic Norwich Coleman's. Had to put some Coleman's in somewhere along the lines. And then I've got some cabbage as well to go with this. So I've got some locally sourced creme fraiche, shallots, garlic. Oh. So very first thing I'm going to do is just crank up the heat for my cast iron pan there. I've got some water on the go here, so we'll get these lovely potatoes straight in. Season the water. Okay, get them going. So we're just going to give these potatoes about 10 minutes before we do anything else. And feel free to cut them in half if you want to cook things a little bit quicker. So we've got this beautiful ribeye here. Look at that. Beautiful bit of marbling on there. It's nice and fat. It's perfect size really for me. I like to season my steak a good 24 hours before. Now, I obviously haven't got 24 hours, but by seasoning it so long in advance, it gives the meat a chance to cure. I find it brings out so much more flavour in the steak. So we want our pan to be nice and hot. And I mean, you want it so hot, so when you hold your hand over it, it's just hot. And then we drop our steak in. Oh, beautiful steak, can I add? So meanwhile, we're gonna just take a couple of our shallots here. And all we want to do is just take the skin off of those, and then we're going to drop them into our Xylus blender. Xylus is the better one out of all the chopped blenders that I've used. Slightly more expensive, but it lasts, it doesn't break. On to flip that steak. So leave the meat where it is, and then the meat will stick to the pan, form that lovely crust, that Maillard effect. Lovely, it's where all the flavour is. Xylus, that's the one you need to look out for. Amazing blender. So we're just gonna chop that up. Just like that. So we're gonna take that steak off now. Lovely crust on both sides. That should be fairly medium rare, but we want that to rest now. We want that to rest while we carry on cooking everything else. It's going to rest for a good 6, 7, 8 minutes. So we just want to drop the heat now of our pan, but all those little crusty bits in there, that's good. We want that. Reason being is we're going to take some of our cabbage and we're just going to cut that into some strips. And then we're just going to put that into the pan and let that cook out. Check our potatoes. Oh, they're nearly there. So I'm just going to spray some olive oil onto the cabbage there. Let it cook up. Also going to just add a little bit of salt to that as well. So that cabbage is just sizzling away in the pan there. So meanwhile, I'm just going to go and drain the potatoes. So the cabbage is done. I'm just going to take that out now. And I'm going to drop that onto the plate. But we're going to keep this because we're now going to add our shallots. Let's cook out those shallots. This one doesn't take long at all, but I love shallots because they're slightly sweeter than onions. Really good for sauces. And then when you get a little bit of colour on those shallots there, we bring out the best ingredient, some wine. Lovely bit of Pinot Grigio. This isn't the local wine, I'm afraid, but that's going to just deglaze the pan ever so slightly and lift off all that crust from the steak. And then we just want to let that cook out. Once all of the wine has evaporated, we need to turn the pan off the heat. So we don't want the pan to be too hot when we add our creme fraiche, because if the pan's too hot, it's going to curdle. Locally sourced creme fraiche, so I'm just going to pour in there just 1/4 cup. And then we'll give that a little mix. I've just got the pan on a low heat there. Coleman's of Norwich. I always forget that Coleman's is from Norfolk. So Coleman's is quite a strong sauce. So I'm just going to kind of put 1 small teaspoon's worth in here. Mix that in. Okay, just keep an eye on it. And most importantly, you want to taste it. So just give it a taste, see if it needs anything. Oh, it's lovely. Really, really nice. So I'm just going to turn the pan off now. See, I think with cooking, you kind of need to learn to be on and off with the heat. Just having it on and leaving it on a certain heat, it never works. Especially when you're making sauces, because the sauces can split. If you add cream or something cold to something really hot, it's going to split instantly. So turning the pan down, putting a little bit of the cream in, a little bit more, all those kind of little techniques make a difference. But that is delicious. It does need a little bit of seasoning, so I'm just going to add some salt in there and pepper. And some pepper. And then last of all, we're just going to add in some chopped parsley. And that sauce is now done. Back to the potatoes, and we just want to use the back of a fork and we're just going to crush them. Just like that. They're just going to be lovely and rustic. Nothing crazy. A little bit of the creme fraiche to go over there. You can use butter if you want. I didn't buy any butter today. Again, a little bit more salt. And that is exactly as they're going to be. to dish up before it gets too cold. So our steak, still nice and warm. Perfect. Keep those juices in there and all. Got our braised cabbage there. We take some of our crushed potatoes. Then our lovely sauce here. Let's go on the steak. I want it to be everywhere. But that is a delicious looking. It's the summer, I know it's all delicious. I've tasted every component because I'm cooking it. Look at that. That sauce is just so nice. Such an easy sauce to do as well. Star of the show. Look at that, still pink inside, but not too pink. I have not had steak for ages. Why? I just don't know anymore. Nice. Not too rare in the middle, just right, just soft inside. And I really like cabbage cooked this way. It's nice, crispy, crunchy. Very nice. And sometimes when you can't be asked to mash potatoes, crushed potatoes are a really good alternative. I like the bits of skin in there. They feel a bit more hearty as well. And that sauce is the mustard really cuts through. Everything apart from the wine is locally sourced. And the profits that have been made from me buying this are going back into supporting British farming. So I feel good about that. Really good about that. So everything from the Norfolk Food Hall at the Norfolk Showground in Norwich. Do you know what is missing? I'll show you. You knew I was going to say wine, didn't you? That is exactly what I like to do, and that is exactly what this channel is all about. I like to travel, explore local produce, places that are doing great food, and then I like to take that produce, come back to my van or outside my van and cook with it. Sometimes it's to a crowd, sometimes it's just for me, and this was for me. Steak and potatoes, a bit of braised cabbage on the side with a lovely, I forgot the garlic, but it was a lovely shallot and creme fraiche sauce, really, really nice. But the show starts tomorrow and I've got plenty of things that I'm going to be cooking, so I'll create more content, so follow along and see everyone cooking along with me, which is going to be great fun. And next month, it's back on the adventures. I've got some really exciting adventures planned.